Hello, English learner. Welcome to Learn Master English channel, a channel for learning master English fast and efficient. In this video, we will learn about how learn English through story, graded reading. Hello, my name is Lisa, and I love to travel. Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of visiting new places, meeting different people, and learning about different cultures. Last summer, my dream came true. I traveled to Italy alone for the first time, preparing for the trip. Before my trip, I was both excited and nervous. I had never traveled alone before, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I packed my suitcase carefully, making sure to bring my camera, my notebook, and some comfortable shoes. My mother reminded me to keep my passport and money safe. She also told me to call her every day. On the day of my flight, I arrived at the airport early. I checked my ticket, went through security, and waited for my plane. When the announcement came, "Flight to Rome is now boarding," I took a deep breath and stepped onto the plane. Arriving in Rome, after a long flight, I finally arrived in Rome. As soon as I stepped outside the airport, I felt the warm Italian sun on my face. The city was beautiful. Old buildings, narrow streets, and small cafes filled every corner. People spoke Italian all around me, and I smiled when I heard benvenuta, which means welcome. The first place I visited was the Colosseum. It was huge. I stood in the middle of the ancient arena and imagined the gladiators fighting thousands of years ago. The guide told us stories about Roman history, and I learned so much. I took lots of pictures to show my family. After that, I walked to a small restaurant and ordered a pizza margherita. It was the best pizza I had ever tasted. The cheese was fresh, the tomatoes were sweet, and the crust was perfect. I also tried gelato, Italian ice cream. The chocolate flavor was my favorite. Exploring Venice. The next day, I took a train to Venice, the city of canals. There were no cars, only boats. People traveled by gondolas and water taxis. I took a gondola ride and watched the colorful buildings reflect in the water. It was like a dream. I met a kind old lady named Maria at a cafe. She told me stories about Venice's history. She even taught me some Italian words. Ciao, hello. Grazie, thank you. Dove si trova il ponte di Rialto? Where is the Rialto Bridge? I practiced speaking with her, and she smiled. You are learning fast, she said. A special moment in Florence. Florence was my last stop in Italy, and it turned out to be the most magical part of my trip. The city felt different from Rome and Venice. It was quieter, full of art and history, and had a special charm that I couldn't describe. On my second evening in Florence, I decided to visit Ponte Vecchio, the most famous bridge in the city. It was lined with small jewelry shops, their windows sparkling with gold and silver. I walked slowly, watching couples holding hands and artists painting the sunset. The warm evening breeze made the moment feel perfect. I stopped by a small cafe near the Arno River and ordered a cup of hot chocolate. The cafe owner, an elderly man named Giovanni, smiled at me and asked, "Are you traveling alone?" "Yes," I said. "It's my first time in Italy." He nodded. "Florence is a city for the soul," he said. "When you walk through its streets, you feel its history, its art, its love." I smiled and took a sip of my hot chocolate. It was rich and creamy, unlike anything I had ever tasted before. As I sat there, a street musician started playing the violin. The soft melody floated in the air, blending with the golden light of the setting sun. At that moment, I felt something special, a deep sense of peace and happiness. I wasn't just a tourist visiting another country. I was a part of the moment, connected to the city and the people around me. Before leaving, Giovanni gave me a small notebook. "Write your dreams in here," he said, "and one day, come back to Florence." I smiled and thanked him. As I walked back to my hotel, I knew I would never forget that evening, the music, the sunset, the kindness of a stranger, and the feeling that Florence had given me something special, a memory I would cherish forever. Would you like to visit Florence one day? What special moment would you like to experience there? Returning home. After a week in Italy, it was time to go home. I packed my suitcase full of souvenirs, postcards, a small Venice mask, and a notebook full of memories. At the airport, I thought about everything I had learned. Traveling alone had taught me to be brave, to try new things, and to enjoy every moment. I promised myself that I would travel again soon. Now, I have a question for you. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? This story is great for learning English with simple vocabulary and sentences. Thanks for watching till the end. I hope you find this video helpful and you can master English quickly. If you more about English learning tips and up-to-date English learning video tips, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more English learning tips. And we will put new great content every single day. And don't forget to give thumbs up and comment below if have some question. See you on the next video.